"You're not real family," Victoria announced in the cardiac unit waiting room, her manicured finger pointing toward the door like she was dismissing hired help. "Only immediate family is allowed during surgery updates, so wait outside with the others." The question that burned as I gathered my things wasn't whether I'd continue funding her lifestyle after this final insult. It was whether my father would even notice when his wife's golden credit cards turned to plastic. The nurse looked uncomfortable, shifting between Victoria's imperious stance and my quiet acceptance. "Ma'am," the patient listed his daughter. "Stepdaughter," Victoria corrected sharply. "And as his wife of 4 years, I'm making the decisions here. She can wait in the general area." I stood, slipping my phone into my pocket. The same phone I'd used to manage Dad's finances for the past 15 years, ever since Mom died and left me her tech company shares. The same phone that controlled the trust funds, the investment accounts, the carefully structured financial web that kept Robert Harrison living like the successful businessman he'd never actually been. "Of course," I said quietly. "I'll be in the cafeteria if Dad asks for me." "He won't," Victoria smirked, adjusting her Hermès bag, the one I'd authorized payment for last month. "He has his real family here." Real family. Her sister Cheryl, who'd arrived in a new Tesla. Her son Brandon, who'd somehow afforded Yale despite never having a job. Her mother, dripping in jewelry that mysteriously appeared after every family emergency that required fund transfers. I walked past the cardiac nurse's station, past the private waiting room Victoria had demanded, past the elevator where Dr. Kumar caught my arm. "Lila? Where are you going?" Your father specifically asked. "His wife needs space with the real family," I said. "I'll wait downstairs." His face darkened. "That woman. Your father talks about you constantly. You're the one who," he stopped himself. "He's going to be fine. Triple bypass is routine for us. I'll have someone update you personally." "Thank you." In the cafeteria, I opened my laptop and began the process I'd hoped I'd never have to implement. 15 years of financial management, about to be systematically dismantled. The Harrison Family Trust, funded entirely by my mother's estate. The investment accounts, grown from my tech salary. The property holdings, purchased with my bonuses. All in structures that appeared to be Dad's success story, but were actually my careful orchestration. The first email went to the trust attorney. "Please freeze all distributions from the Harrison Family Trust effective immediately." The second to the financial advisor. "Revoke all authorized user permissions on associated accounts." The third to the property management company. "Cancel all automatic payments for the following properties." My phone buzzed. A text from my assistant at the tech firm where I was CFO. "Monthly transfers ready for approval." "Harrison accounts as usual." "Hold all Harrison-related transfers pending further instruction," I replied. 2 hours into Dad's surgery, the first domino fell. Victoria's black Amex, linked to a trust credit line, declined at Neiman Marcus. She'd texted Brandon to complain, not knowing he'd screenshot and posted it to his Instagram story with laughing emojis. Mom's card got declined buying a $10K purse face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. I sipped my coffee and moved to the next phase. The Mercedes lease, the Porsche, the boat, all under trust ownership. All requiring my signature for renewal. All coming due this week by careful design. Dr. Kumar found me 4 hours later. "Surgery went perfectly. He's asking for you," Victoria said. I don't care what Victoria said. He's my patient and he wants his daughter. The cardiac ICU was quiet, machines beeping steadily. Dad looked small in the bed, but his eyes were alert when they found mine. "Lila." His voice was rough. "You came." "Of course I came. Victoria said you were too busy, that you couldn't make it." I pulled a chair close. "I've been here since 5 a.m. She just thought I should wait outside. With the others." His face changed. "She said what?" "It's fine, Dad. You need to rest." "It's not fine. You're my daughter." "My only," he winced, touching his chest. "Don't get worked up. We can talk about it later." "No. Now. I'm tired of later." He gripped my hand. "Your mother would be so disappointed in me. The way I've let Victoria treat you. The money, God, Lila, I know about the money." I froze. "What?" "I'm not stupid. Just weak. I know the company failed 10 years ago. I know the money comes from you. All of it. Dad." I pretended not to know because it was easier. "Let you prop up this facade while Victoria spent money like water, treating you like an unwelcome guest in your own family." Tears slipped down his cheeks. "I'm so sorry." Why didn't you ever say anything? Pride. Shame. Fear she'd leave if the money stopped. He laughed bitterly, then winced. Pathetic, right? Choosing a woman who loves my credit cards over the daughter who actually loves me. The money doesn't matter, Dad. Yes, it does. Because I let her use you. Let them all use you while treating you like. What did she say? Not real family. The door burst open. Victoria stood there, face flushed, phone in hand. What did you do? She shrieked. My card was declined. At Neiman's. In front of everyone. Victoria. Dad's voice was stronger than I'd heard in years. Get out. Robert, baby, there's something wrong with the accounts. Everything's being declined. The club called. They're canceling our membership. I said get out. This is her fault, isn't it? Victoria pointed at me. She's jealous. She's always been jealous of what we have. What you have? Dad pushed himself up despite the pain. You mean what she pays for? The house she bought? The cars she leases? The lifestyle she funds while you tell her she's not family? Victoria's mouth opened and closed like a fish. Oh yes, Dad continued. I know everything. Have known for years. And I let it happen because I was a coward. But not anymore. Robert, you're confused. The medication. The only thing I'm confused about is why I married a woman who could look at my daughter, who pays for every single thing in your life, and tell her she's not real family. I never. The nurse heard you. Dr. Kumar heard you. Half the cardiac ward heard you. He turned to me. Lila, is it all gone? The money. Not gone. Just redistributed. The trusts are frozen pending review. The authorized user privileges have been revoked. The automatic payments are suspended. Good. Robert. Victoria screeched. You can't let her. I'm not letting her do anything. It's her money. Has been all along. He lay back, exhausted but satisfied. Here's what's going to happen. Lila, you'll continue managing whatever you feel appropriate for my care and living expenses. Victoria, you'll be getting divorce papers as soon as I'm recovered enough to sign them. You can't divorce me. I'll take everything. What everything? Dad laughed weakly. The house in Lila's trust? The cars in Lila's name? The bank accounts Lila funds? Please take them to court. I'm sure a judge would love to hear how you've been spending my daughter's money while treating her like garbage. Victoria turned on me, her face ugly with rage. You manipulative little. Stop. Dad's voice was ice. Say one more word to my daughter, my real family, and I'll make sure everyone in your social circle knows exactly how you've been funding your lifestyle. Every charity board. Every country club member. Every society matron you're so desperate to impress. She fled, her Louboutins clicking frantically down the hall. Dad and I sat in silence for a moment. I'm sorry, he said finally. For all of it. For choosing her. For letting her treat you that way. For being too proud to admit I failed. You didn't fail, Dad. The economy failed. Your industry changed. It happens. But I failed you. Let you carry me while getting nothing but disrespect in return. You're still my dad. I don't deserve you. No, I agreed, making him smile. But you've got me anyway. Over the next days, as Dad recovered, the full extent of Victoria's lifestyle unraveled. Brandon's Yale tuition bounced. Cheryl's Tesla was repossessed. Victoria's mother was evicted from the condo I'd been unknowingly funding. The family group chat, which I was never included in, exploded with screenshots my cousin sent me. What do you mean the money's gone? This is illegal. We'll sue. Robert promised to take care of us. That brat can't do this. My favorite was from Brandon. I have to get student loans now? This is abuse. Victoria tried everything. Sob stories. Threats. Even attempted seduction when she cornered Dad's doctor, trying to get me banned from the hospital. Dr. Kumar shut that down quickly. Ms. Harrison is the medical proxy and the only name on the financial guarantor forms. You're the one who needs permission to be here. The divorce was swift. Turned out Victoria had been sloppy, thinking the money would flow forever. Hidden accounts in her name. Transfers to her family. Even a boyfriend in Miami I'd apparently been funding unknowingly. I want nothing, Dad told his lawyer. Just end it. Sir, you're entitled to. To what? Everything is Lila's. I'm entitled to exactly what I put in, nothing. Victoria got what she deserved, nothing. Plus a forensic accounting that revealed she'd taken nearly $2 million in 4 years. I chose not to pursue charges. The public humiliation was punishment enough. Dad moved in with me during his recovery. We converted my home office into a bedroom, hired a visiting nurse, and slowly rebuilt what Victoria had tried to destroy. "I can get a job," he said one morning over breakfast. "Consulting maybe. Something to contribute." "You contributed plenty, Dad. You worked 40 years. It's not your fault the industry collapsed. But I should be taking care of you, not the other way around." "Says who? Some outdated rulebook? You took care of me for 18 years. Now it's my turn. I at least want to manage something. Feel useful." "I thought about it. The foundation I'm starting. We need someone to run it. Someone who understands what it's like to lose everything and need help." His eyes lit up. "A foundation? For displaced workers. People whose industries disappeared overnight. Retraining, support, dignity." "I could do that." "You could. But the pay is terrible. The boss is demanding. And there's no luxury car allowance." He laughed, really laughed, for the first time in years. "Where do I apply?" 6 months later, the Harrison Foundation had helped retrain 200 workers. Dad threw himself into the work with passion I hadn't seen since his company's heyday. He even started dating a widow from his cardiac rehab group who owned a bakery and had no idea he'd once been rich. "She likes me for me," he said wonderingly. "Burned cookies and bad jokes and all." Victoria, meanwhile, was working at a department store. Her society friends had abandoned her once the money dried up. Brandon had dropped out of Yale. Cheryl's husband left her when the Tesla vanished. "Do you feel bad?" Dad asked one evening as we watched the news feature our foundation. "About Victoria and her family? Do you feel bad about a parasite when you remove it? That's harsh." "Is it? She had everything, a loving husband, financial security, a stepdaughter willing to share everything. And she threw it away because she couldn't say thank you or your family too. When you put it that way, she made her choice in that waiting room. Real family versus not real family. I just agreed with her categories." My phone buzzed. An unknown number had sent a text. "This is Victoria. I'm sorry for everything. Could we talk?" I showed Dad. He shook his head. "Don't. Wasn't planning to." "Good. Because you're my real family. My only family. And I won't let anyone treat you as less than that ever again." I deleted the text and blocked the number. Some bridges, once burned, weren't worth rebuilding. Especially when they were constructed from your money and maintained by your silence. The foundation's phone rang. Dad answered with enthusiasm. "Harrison Foundation, Robert speaking. How can we help you rebuild?" I smiled, watching my father find purpose again. Victoria had been wrong. I was real family. The only family that mattered. And families take care of each other, without keeping score, without conditions, without cruelty. Just with love. And maybe a few trust funds. Properly managed this time.